I've always told you not to take a breathalyzer test if you're being charged with DUI.
No, that's terrible advice in Michigan. Michigan DUI lawyer coming to you this afternoon. Attorney Lori practices down in South Carolina, where strategically it might be a great idea to refuse the chemical test following an arrest for DUI. In Michigan, it adds potential penalties and there's no upside to it. It's actually more difficult to challenge a search warrant than it is to challenge probable cause for an arrest. And here in Michigan, search warrants are super easy to get following a DUI breath test refusal. In some states, it's actually a crime to refuse the breath or blood test following a lawful DUI arrest. And so you could actually be innocent of the crime of driving drunk, but still found guilty of the crime of refusing the chemical test. So it's dangerous advice to try to give across the 50 states regarding whether or not you should or should not submit to a chemical test following an arrest. In all 50 states, though, you are generally safe if you follow these simple rules. Number 1, always present your license, your registration, and your proof of insurance after you're stopped by an officer. Number 2, never admit to consuming alcohol, illegal drugs, or prescription medications after you've been stopped. It's simply, officer, I refuse to answer that question. Number 3, exit the vehicle when you're ordered by the officer to exit. Number 4, refuse the field sobriety tests. Some states have an instruction that's given to jurors, but that's really of no consequence. And lastly, you can refuse a preliminary roadside breath test in almost every state with just a civil infraction. Normally, it's not an additional crime. And yes, of course, it's always best not to drink and drive or take prescription medications and then drive, but you need to understand how different the laws are from each state to the next to protect your legal rights. So know your state's DUI laws and the best strategies so that you can protect your legal rights.